A pleasant day everyone, my name is Remark Inoncilio from BSI 3B, and for today's video we're going to discuss all about the portable grinder and jackhammer. So without further ado, let's move forward for our daily lesson. So we have here the portable grinder and jackhammer. So for the learning outcomes of this lesson, first we need to identify portable grinder and jackhammer. Number two, safety handling of portable and jackhammer and grinder. So number three, operating procedures when it comes to portable grinders and jackhammer. And lastly, we must maintain the portable grinder and jackhammer. So first, portable grinder. So when we're talking about portable grinder, it is an angle grinder which was also known as the side grinder or the disc grinder. It is a handheld power tools as grinding, which is used for cutting and polishing. So although it is developed originally as tools for rigid abrasive discs, the availability of an interchangeable power source and has it used with a wide variety of cutters and attachment. So for the safe handling of a portable grinders, so we need to follow all the five precaution for safety using of a grinder. So first, we must wear a face shield and gloves to prevent any accident. So number two, we must unplug the grinder when you are changing wheel, because we must to change the wheel and we must put the grinder is unplugged to the outlet. So for the number three, we must attach the handle and maintain the firm grip with both hands. So when we're talking about attach, we must assure that it is attached in the firm grip with both hands. So number four, we must use the guard if possible. And number five, run new wheels for 1 minute in a protective area before using them to make sure the wheels isn't effective. So as you can see on the safe handling of portable grinders, so run wheels for 1 minute in a protected area. So as you can see, we must check it first in a 1 minute time in a protected area, which is the workplace, to prevent any accident and defective of the portable grinders. So let's talk about the operating procedures of portable grinders. So from the root word operating, or from the root word operate, when we're talking about grinder, is only a designated in a work area, or what we call that workplace, ideally behind the portable screen. Keep an eye of scorching sparks shooting everywhere. Hold the grinder so that any spark fly away from you and anybody else who may be around. So when we're talking about we must be aware where the shooting spark are were through down to any space of in the workplace. So allowing the grinders to reach operational speed before increasing the load gradually. So let's discuss the maintain of portable grinders. So from the root word maintain, we must maintain the cleanliness of our equipment. Personally, the portable grinder, after and before each usage, we must turn off the grinders and brush or wipe away the dust and sludge into the portable grinder to prevent any malfunction of the power tools or the portable tools. We must to remove the tools and clean the heads to prevent any dust that may be clutched into the portable grinder. And of course, we must inspect the plates and shroud to ensure the screw and bolts are securely fastened. We must secure that the screw are shredded into the both parts of it. So as you can see on the picture, here are the example of a jackhammer. So when we're talking about jackhammer in the United Kingdom, jackhammer was also known as the pneumatic drill or demolition hammer. So when we're talking about pneumatic, it is an electromechanical equipment that combines a hammer and chisel in one tool. So it was created by William McCravey, and who later sold the patent to Charles Bradley King. So Let's discuss about the safety with a jackhammer from the root word safe. To minimize back strain and injury, always move the jackhammer using your legs. And we must wear the proper PP or what so we call personal protective equipment such as gloves, safety boots, ear protection, and facial protection such as face shield. So we can also wear a vibration dampening gloves when using the jackhammer. So when we're talking about dampening gloves, it is a vibration gloves that prevent any traumatic disorder from the vibration of a jackhammer. So when we're talking about operating procedure of jackhammer, we must wear the face shield as you can see on the illustration, face shield, earplugs, work gloves, ice guards, um, work boots, and work pants, and lastly the high VIS or safety vest. So in operating procedure of jackhammer, it has been determined that the safety glasses and a face shield must be worn at all times in our workplace to prevent any accident. Smoke and gases that are possibly hazardous and created, and it may cause any problem in our lungs. So it must be used with a suitable P2 or P3 filter mask that's required onto this particular job, like when we're talking about operating a jackhammer. So for the lastly, we must do maintenance of jackhammer from the root word maintain. We must always turn off the machine before and after plugging it in, and always make sure that the chisel or scraper shaft is properly inserted and securely placed before using it. So as you can see on the maintenance of jackhammer, we must seek to see that always turn off the machine before plugging in onto the outlet. And we must to always secure that chisel or the what so-called scraper shaft is properly inserted and secured in place before using it to prevent any accident. And that's all for today. Thank you and God bless.